Hi, I'm Pop Seagong, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to show you about power strikes using coiling in Bagua Kuntao Silat. There's a lot of ways we generate power, but the most obvious way is when we coil. You can see a picture does similar to how we use our movements in Bagua Kuntao Silat. You see them on the mound, they step up, the first thing they do is they coil, and they bring it up, then they uncoil, and then they coil again to throw it. And the really good ones will bring their leg around just after release because they're bringing all their mass with them. And as you know, mass times acceleration equals force. And the greatest force so far a human body can deliver that can be measured and seen without a tool or any other thing is with pitching. People literally break their own arms if their skeleton isn't strong enough, and they learn how to pitch fast enough by remaining relaxed and loose by coiling and uncoiling and then releasing while they're coiling again. However, as with pitching, you can see it's telegraphed a mile away. Not a good movement for combat or hostile social relations. So what we have to do is learn how to harness that movement in our own joints in a way that's efficient, quick, and able to be used in a combative situation. While people think you can be tense and push through, you cannot. All you're doing is fighting your own musculature and body, slowing yourself down, and not even tensing at the end. You don't see people who are really, really good at what they do tense at any time in their movement. They're relaxed the entire time. They have just enough tension to accomplish their goal, but all of their focus and movement is behind what they're doing, utilizing our skeleton, joint rotation, ground path, mass, and center control, all in coordination as like a cascade of movement to a single focal point. Now I'm going to show you real easy and slow. Just like in torquing palm, the more mass you can bring with you to the target and accelerate throughout the entire movement, the more force you're going to bring on the target. And we always attack utilizing our lower body with our upper body. Bring your lower body with you, like in pitching. Not always. Again, always depends on the situation, the relationship between our two skeletal structures, and our intention and what our follow-up is going to be and what their follow-up might be, what's available. But as just an easy practice is, and you can see here, just like where we embrace ourselves, similar movement. And I'm not moving fast. I'm just showing you something that can be done. You keep your elbow just below your hand, otherwise you're going to leave yourself open and you could injure your shoulder joint once you learn how to generate enough power. You don't keep it all the way down. That's a different movement. Right now I'm talking about generating power and utilizing a coiling aspect when we're doing it. And you see it's like this. And I'm introducing that as a strike into that pad. A little more speed, a little more acceleration. It's the same thing. And this contact, see, if you do it properly, the hand moves before the foot. That's something that's not spoken about very often. Whenever possible, as there are always variations and exceptions. And you'll see it in fencing. When they're standing there, the sword tip moves just before the foot does, unless they're trying to psych the opponent out. But that's how they gain the most speed, and that's how they telegraph the least amount, because they're focused on this. And if I want to introduce the most force possible, I bring as much mass as I can as I'm coiling through. Right now I'm in a neutral, natural stance. You can practice with the other side, same thing. Relaxed. And just like our movement, you hold them both up. You can use the same explosive movement when you're throwing somebody. Say you can keep these on. Say he were to hold these up and he were to try to take a poke at me. I can use the same explosive movement by Always maintain a relaxed state. Always sync your body, maintain song, as I've talked about in footwork in my other videos. So when you hit your pad, you're pushing completely with the ground path, utilizing your center and utilizing that force, coiling around through your body, your joints rotating in a various perfectly timed manner so that it culminates. And I'm even torquing with my wrist, my elbow down, my shoulder, my spine, my hips, knees, ankle, and even my toes, so that ultimately it's that simple. You can see I'm not trying to tear his head off, but it is not a small impact. And of course, you don't have to strike just by stepping through. It just helps. If you can do it, especially if I want to get closer so I can throw him, so I can engage his lower legs and use a front foot sweep or sapu, or a rear foot sweep or beset, or step on his feet, roll his ankle, use my knees into him as I get closer. So there's always reasons why I want to move into the opponent if I want to throw him. Say I don't want to move it for whatever reason. But you see, just like a boxer's hook, I bring it up and torque it around, but I may want to leave it behind me. However, if I bring it with me, I get more force with less apparent effort. If I leave my foot here, and you can see, not much difference, although the opponent would feel it, and my proximity and structural relationship to the opponent would change, and my engagement with him would change. But, you know, again, it depends on the situation and what you're trying to accomplish and what he's bringing to the table as well. You can practice this situation by holding both of these up. And in the beginning, move both of your feet. And then later on, you can simply and as I say, I can do this all day because I'm not struggling, but I'm hitting it very hard by using proper body mechanics, ground path, control of my center, and coiling with my entire body and skeletal frame, rotation of my joints into and through my target. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.